If you are listening to this, it is because you are in the midst of a trigger now. You do not need to relax. You do not have to understand. You do not have to forgive anyone or anything at this moment. First, you should check and make sure that you are physically safe right now. You should look around and decide if you are in any immediate danger. And if you are, then you stop this process immediately and you get yourself to safety. If you need to leave the room or call somebody or get help, it is okay to put the body in a safe place. Forgiveness does not mean staying where the body is unsafe if you have a choice, even if this is just a dream. Of course, if you are doing something that requires your attention, don't do this process now. You've got to return to it when you can focus. But if you are safe enough to continue, then just let these words meet you exactly where you are. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this moment. There is nothing wrong about this situation. Love is still here, and it is still completely untouched by this temporary experience you're having. If there is shaking, it is welcome. If there is anger, it is welcome. If there is fear, it is welcome. If there is numbness, it is welcome. If there is crying, it is welcome. We are not here to fight your experience. We are here to let it be a gateway to love. Now keep your eyes open if that feels better. You do not need to close your eyes if you don't want. If you would prefer to close your eyes, you are welcome. At any point, you can open your eyes, you can look around, you can move, you can stop, you can come back later. Because it is your choice. If your eyes are open, let them move slowly around the space. Just let your eyes notice really simple things, like a color, maybe a line, or a shape. Maybe just look at the corner of the room. Look at light or a shadow. Maybe something that is still. Something completely ordinary. Silently in your mind, name one thing you see. Name something that you can hear. Now I want you to recognize that you are here. You can confirm that by asking, am I here? Do I exist? And if you aren't convinced, try and stop existing. And for just a moment, see if you can feel your existence. That which is here and now. That which has no beginning, no ending. That is not a gender or a temporary emotion. A trigger may be happening, but the trigger is not who you are. You can become aware of the trigger and use it to restore your peace, and that is enough. But it is not who you are. So let it be here. Simultaneously, start to remember yourself. Now, bring your attention to your feet. Press them into the floor gently. Then notice your hands. Let your hands make contact with something. Maybe your legs, the arms of a chair, table, a wall, and just feel. I'm here. I exist. Now bring your attention to your breath. Keep breathing in whatever way you are breathing. Do not force a deep breath. Just notice the breath that is here. And if it feels okay, let the next exhalation be a little bit longer. And then inhale naturally and exhale slowly. Again, inhale naturally. And then when you exhale, let yourself know it's okay to relax. You are not trying to calm down by force. You are simply beginning to remember that this moment is not the wound. Now, you do not need to go into the whole story. Just acknowledge something has just happened. Something just caused a reaction in my mind. That's okay. Maybe something was said. Maybe something was seen. Maybe something was done or felt. Whatever it was, the mind and the body reacted. Maybe it was a wave of fear or anger or shame, maybe grief, maybe defense or sadness, maybe attack. All of it is perfectly okay. just part of this undoing process. Just remind yourself something untrue was simply triggered in the mind, and now I'm aware of that. Remind yourself you haven't done anything wrong. The fact that you are here now and willing to look means you are closer to freedom than ever before. And that's a beautiful thing. Just breathe in, breathe out. You're doing great. We do not need to go into the whole story. We just need to allow a small part of it to arise. One image, one phrase, one felt sense, just a small part of the trigger. Just feel it, feel the moment, let it arise into the body, into the mind, and then stop. Come back to your breath. Come back to the room. Feel your hands again. Feel your feet again. Listen for something. Now let's go back in. Just bring back one part of the trigger. An image, a feeling, a word. Bring it back up. Feel it again. Just for a few seconds. And then let it go. Back to feeling your hands. Back to feeling your feet. Listening for something. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. This is really important. You do not need to drown in a trigger to heal it. You only have to touch it with enough presence that it can begin to reveal the beliefs in your mind. Now bring the trigger back once again. See it, feel it, with choice and control. And ask your body, which is a reflection of your mind, what does it want to do? How does it want to move? Does it want to push or squeeze or cry or fight? Just notice and don't resist that. Maybe it wants to curl up or turn away. Don't think about it too much, just feel it and let the body do that. If there is an impulse to push, push against something. A table, a wall, your own body. If there is an impulse to run or move your legs, push them on the ground, as if the legs remember they have power. If there is an impulse to squeeze, squeeze. If there is an impulse to protect, do that. If there is an impulse to reach, then reach. If there is an impulse to yell, then yell into a pillow. Do whatever you need to do. But do it with control and choice and presence, just for a moment. The body is allowed to complete whatever movement it wants to complete. Not violently, not dramatically, just truthfully. Just give that to yourself now, just for a few moments. If it just wants to sit, just sit. If for any reason you cannot physically complete the movement, imagine yourself doing it. That is good enough. Doesn't have to be for long, just a few moments to let the body do whatever it needs to do. And as it comes to the end of the movement, just notice what the body does. Maybe the breath changes. Maybe there's heat. Maybe tears, or some shaking, or nothing. All of it is welcome and perfect. And now we need to discover the belief. So let's go deeper. Beneath every trigger is a story, meaning, misperception. Every trigger is symbolic of the belief in separation. And it's helping bring to the surface the beliefs you think about yourself, others, and the world. Now it's time to find those beliefs. Bring the trigger back up into your mind and complete this sentence silently. What I have made this situation mean about me is. Again, what I have made this situation mean about me is. And just let the answer come. Maybe you've made it mean that you are unsafe or alone or powerless, unwanted, weak, guilty, bad, stupid, incapable, abandoned, not seen, not cared about, cast out, not enough, separate, unworthy, or something else. Just let it arise. Once you've got it, take a breath. And now ask yourself, what have you made this experience, this trigger, mean about someone else? Again, what I have made this experience, this trigger, mean about somebody else is. And let the story rise. Maybe you believe this other person is unreliable, cruel, dangerous, uncaring, incorrect, the source of your pain, or something else. Just let the story rise and look at it. Just let the story rise. And once you see it, take a breath. And just look. Whatever comes up, do not judge it. This is not a failure. There is nothing wrong with any of this coming up. It's absolutely as it's meant to be right now. It is simply the belief in separation becoming visible. Now, say to yourself, I am willing to see this differently. And I am willing to be wrong about the meaning I have given this trigger. And I am willing to let my perception be corrected. I am willing to choose to see peace instead of this. I know that in my defensivelessness, my safety lies. Forgiveness is my only function. And I choose to meet this with love, because that is who I am. Now, take all the stories and the meaning that has arisen in your mind and turn to the love within you, the teacher of truth, and say, I give you, love, all of this. I give you this experience. I give you this trigger. I give you all this meaning. I give you my story. I give you my defense, my attack, my shame, my guilt. I am willing to hand all of this back to the teacher of truth within me so that it can be reinterpreted now. I know this has nothing to do with who I really am. I know that I do not know what any of this means. I know that I do not know what this person is in my life for. I know that I do not know what this trigger really is. I know that I do not know what this pain is for. But I am willing to hand it all over to be reinterpreted by love so that it can lead to my awakening. Breathe in. Breathe out. And feel the love in you that's always here take over everything that you think that you are. As you say to yourself, I forgive myself for using this moment to try and prove I am separate. That is not true. I forgive myself for believing that my peace could ever be taken away from me. I forgive myself for believing that defending myself or attacking another is what I needed to do in order to be safe, because that is not true. I forgive myself for believing that I ever needed to feel guilt, which I do not. I forgive myself for believing I have done something wrong. For love can never do anything wrong, and I am this. I forgive myself for believing I am a body in a hostile world. I forgive the belief that another person could ever have the power to take my peace from me. I forgive myself for believing that my innocence could ever be lost. I forgive myself for believing that love could ever be absent. I forgive myself for thinking that I could ever be separate from love. And I forgive myself for believing that anyone else could ever be separate from love. I hand back all my stories now. Breathe in. Breathe out. ask yourself once again, am I here? Then try and stop existing. And realize you cannot. And feel that your existence, your beingness, the oneness that you are, is in no way bothered by this trigger. And it will hold the truth of you and all others in its mind until you return home and remember everyone's innocence. The trigger never happened in truth. It simply happened in a dream. And your only function is to use it, to trace it into the beliefs about yourself and another, so that you can give them back to love and let love reinterpret the misperception and call you back into the truth of who you are. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, bring your attention to your feet. Press them into the floor gently. Then notice your hands. Let your hands make contact with something. Maybe your legs, the arms of a chair, table, a wall, and just feel. I'm here. I exist. Take as long as you need. Before you begin to reorient yourself to the room. Know that the work of forgiveness will continue to happen until all the stories are resolved. And it is just your willingness that will allow that to keep happening until it is done. Feel your feet on the floor, push into the ground. Feel your hands. squeeze them together. Tune into your being and slowly open your eyes. And see more clearly now. Return to this practice as often as you need to, until the day no more triggers arise and you remember permanently that only love is real. And so it is.